Oh, me and Mari, we both shared a moment where we just started speaking in Clavicular. I was just like, finally, someone who understands. Oh no, huh? Zoomer speak. No, it's literally like language. I wouldn't say it's Zoomer. It's specifically language that this one streamer uses. Streamer, is that what I should call him? Influencer? I don't know. I do think he streams. Trauma bonding via line. Absolutely brain rotted. Okay, here's my thing. I don't support the kid or anything. So there's this streamer named Clavicular. We'll call him a streamer. And he's, I guess, very famous for Looksmaxxing. I can't say that I support him, because I think some of the stuff he does is pretty dangerous. And I can't support that. But like, I've seen some clips. I've seen a lot of clips. And I do I can't hate him, because in a lot of ways, he kind of reminds me of a younger version of myself. He shot a gator, didn't he? Oh, I did not know that. That's awful. See? But in a lot of ways, he reminds me of a younger version of myself. Elaborate. Listen, so he practices this thing called Looksmaxing, which really is just something that a lot of girls figure out very, very early in their lives, right? And it's that and it's just like maximizing or trying to get prettier. Like, if you think about it, Clavicular is just like an autistic baby girl. Like, Clavicular really is just a woman. And for that reason, I can't hate him. How so? Okay, so Looksmaxxing is basically just like guys doing things to make themselves more pretty, right? Not even necessarily actually more pretty. They just want to do things to make themselves feel more pretty. Girls have been doing that shit for years. We just don't call it Looksmaxxing. It's called self-care in girl world, okay? And yeah, some of the things that the guys who look max do are pretty fucking crazy. Like, they bash themselves with hammers, okay? But the only reason that that's crazy and the steps and procedures that girls go to isn't considered pretty is we've just been doing crazy shit for like way longer. And also, we put in a prettier typeface, okay? There's a point. Look it up. There's a famous makeup YouTuber, a famous makeup content creator named Michelle Phan. Everyone knows she's fucking crazy now. Everyone recognizes, hey, this girl is not okay in the brain now. But back in the day, she was like the Britney Spears of beauty influencers, right? And she made this whole series of skincare videos. And in one of the skincare videos, she recommended you use cat litter to rub the dead skin off your face. Is that not insane? Wait, she went crazy? That's fake. She was always fucking crazy. We just didn't realize it. We didn't realize that rubbing cat litter on our face was not normal. It was insane. Hi, Leah. Thank you for raiding. Thank you for the raid. Hi, Dizzy. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the raid. We're talking about how Clavicular is just an autistic baby girl. Do you guys know who Clavicular is? He's like the Looksmaxing guy. But yeah, and so I'm telling chat how girls do Looksmaxing too, but we're just better at marketing it. Because obviously, if you market something as Looksmaxing, people are gonna be like, huh, what? That's fucking weird. Like, that's so dangerous. Why would you do that? Why would you beat yourself with hammers, right? But then, like, no, girls do the same shit. We just are way better at packaging it, okay? There's a generation of women out there who rub cat litter all over their faces because a beauty influencer told them to on YouTube, okay? And there was other weird stuff that we were putting on our skin and our body, okay? I was putting like, I didn't do the cat litter because I didn't have a cat, but I was like rubbing my face with salt at some point because I was told to rub my face with salt. And And like, that's obviously dangerous, right? You don't want to rub salt into open wounds, which is essentially what acne is. And you know, a lot of these girls probably had acne because we're growing up and we're watching women on YouTube tell us how to look beautiful. And then, you know, we start rubbing salt into our wounds. And that's bad. That's painful. But we still did it anyways. Why? Because we wanted to be beautiful. We wanted to be pretty. And that's just Looksmaxxing, but like with better marketing around it. Yeah. Mercury is great for getting that glowing pale skin. And people used to believe that too, actually. Did you know that like way back when, you know, prehistoric ages basically, that there was like all sorts of chemicals like mercury in face powders, and that caused a lot of problems in the Middle Ages. I once rubbed my face with peppermint oil, never doing that again. Well, peppermint oil is actually not that uncommon. I think in a lot of beauty products, I think some aftershave still has it. That's another fucking weird beauty hack that went viral back in the day. Okay, boys, we're gonna get things are about to get a little complicated here, so please follow along, okay? So, when girls do makeup, there is an optional step called priming your face. And this is basically a first step you do before you put on makeup. It's kind of like priming a wall before you apply paint. Yes, it's like painting a wall. Exactly. You're so good, chat. You're so good. Ooh, good chat. You're a good chat. You are. Yeah. Okay. So there's a step called priming your face. And to do this, you use, like painting, a primer. It is shocking how many more people are ooh-wooing me after Leo raid. Kind of concerning. Do you use a silicone base? Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can't. It's like an undercoat? Yes. Yes, it is. You're so good. Okay. I'm a girl and I've never heard of this. Ooh, buckle in. I'm gonna take you down the beauty influencer rabbit hole, sister. Okay. So you prime your face in this optional step and you use a primer. But back in the day, makeup could be a little expensive. It's still pretty fucking expensive. but a lot of these like optional makeup, like the quote unquote, all makeup is optional, but the really optional stuff was a little bit more exclusive. So primer could be expensive. So some influencers would recommend cheap dupes for expensive primers. And one of these dupes that was really popularized on YouTube was men's aftershave. A $6 bottle of men's aftershave. I think it was like specifically Nivea or something. I did buy it. I was properly influenced, so I did own, as a young girl, I did own men's aftershave. I'm a little ashamed to admit it. Yeah. Does he know? So it got really popular. It got really popular for a point of time to prime your face with men's aftershave as a girl, to look beautiful. This was all in the pursuit of beauty. And so just imagine like thousands, if not millions of girls dumping men's aftershave in their hands and rubbing that all over their faces. Not just where they would shave, okay? Because I didn't shave. It would be all over. And then just painting makeup on top of that. Imagine the smell. Exactly. Yeah, but does it work though? You know, jury's still out on that. Honestly, I've never done a proper test. I did do it though, and I guess it didn't make my makeup worse. Actually, maybe it did. I didn't have great makeup back in the day. But is that not just Looksmaxxing but for girls? Is that not just Looksmaxxing but for girls? So yeah, when I look at Clavicular doing like stupid shit, like smashing his face with a hammer, I'm just like, yeah, he's just a baby girl. He's just a teenage girl. Like, it's the same shit. Like, maybe it's more extreme, yeah, but I'm sure there are young girls who have done just as, things that are just as extreme because they want to feel beautiful. So I can't hate him. He's just like an autistic baby girl who's figured out that, hey, even though I'm neurodivergent, even though I'm clearly socially inept, if I'm pretty, people are gonna be a little easier on me. People are gonna be a little nicer. And then his like autism like hyper focused on this one thing, and then he called it Looksmaxxing, and then he made up other words like height maxing and looks mogging, and it's just his special interest vocabulary, and it's honestly really relatable. He just invented being a teen girl from first principles. Yeah, for sure. Pretty privilege is a thing. Exactly. So I can't support him, but I can't hate him, and I find him very interesting. Lindsay T3J, thank you for 10 currency. Tattooing eyebrows, placenta extract moisturizer, vomit maxing diets, heroin chic lifestyle. How is Clav any different than being one of Gina's girls? Who the fuck is Gina? But also, how do you know about these things? How do you know about microblading, placenta extract moisturizers? Well, EDs are pretty commonplace. Heroin chic lifestyles. That's also kind of common. We're old. It's an enlightening tangent. Placenta extract? What, you've never tried to drink placenta to look younger? It's not actually that effective from what I've heard. Spicy calamari, thank you for $2. You're forgetting about the meth. Ozempic. Meth is at least, not to fucking defend meth, because it's fucking meth. Okay? Meth is at least fucking old. There's more research on meth. There is probably more research on meth than Ozempic, which I think Clavicular also took. But yeah, heroin chic has been a thing for years. Smoking cigarettes to stay skinny. I know a lot of ballerinas did that back in the day. I don't know if they still do it. I would hope that they prioritize health now. But yeah, that's Looksmaxxing in a better typeface. Yeah. He also took trend. Isn't that just steroids? That's like tried and true. They had that in the fucking 60s. Come on. Spicy calamari, thank you for $5. My fault. Ozempic is straight up probably worse. That's on me. Yeah, you should apologize. You should apologize. Thank you. Arglux, thank you for 10 currency. Wow, you girls do so much to look good for us. Yeah, between the cat litter, the men's aftershave. What else is there that I think is crazy? Oh, like, I don't personally do this. Actually, I have done this. Okay, so like to like keep our skin like baby soft, you know, like you guys will have this experience as you walk. If you do a lot of labor, right? If you do a lot of labor with your hands or you walk a lot with your feet, it kind of busses up the skin, right? You get rough skin, you get calluses, whatever. Okay? We drench ourselves like it's not a gentle like pump and done, right? Like a thing that's very common, and if you actually think about, kind of sounds insane, but is very common practice, is like drenching a bag in moisturizer, or drenching your hands, covering, like slathering your hands and feet in moisturizer and wrapping that with saran wrap, or putting it in a plastic bag. Yeah, see, that's normal. That's normal because we've been doing it for fucking decades. But if you really stop and think about it, that's fucking weird behavior. And you do that, like some girls, I know girls who do that every night. We also rub ourselves with liquidated vegetable pigments so we get tan skin. That's just fake tanner. That's actually the healthiest way to go about tanning our skins. Every other way of tanning your skin is marginally crazier. Like you can literally lay down in a fucking heat bed that is supposed to simulate heat from the sun to get dark. Or you can lay out in a beach completely unprotected for hours to get dark. That's pretty fucking weird. Skin cancer, yummy. Raw dogging the sun is crazy, not gonna lie. Yeah, but people do it. People do it. Looksmaxing is not a new concept, chat. Looksmaxing isn't a new concept. It's just being a baby girl. It's being a baby girl in ugly type face. Or just stay pale. Dudes don't care about tans for the most part. You don't care about tans. You don't care about tans. Okay? I don't know. And sometimes it just like goes too far. Once again, like there is a level, there is an element of neurodivergency and mental health here where it's just like, yeah, you know, like a lot of these girls, you know, like especially when you're young, we're impressionable, right? So like you go to extremes to get pretty, right? So there's like a level of that, and then at some point it's not even about boys or girls or other people. It's that your self-esteem and your self-image is so tightly close to these crazy rituals. Young girls like Clavicular. Exactly. I can't hate Clavicular because Clavicular is just a teenage girl. And that is the whole point of the last 30 minutes of conversation. Human sacrifice to be pretty. I think millionaires do it. That's my crazy theory. I think if you were to gather all the millionaires in a room, and if there was also a baby in that room and suddenly someone ate the baby and you had to decide who ate the baby, I would say Bill Gates. I think it would be Bill Gates who ate the baby. I have nothing to back this. He just kind of looks like a baby eater too. Dizzy what? Dizzy what? For legal purposes, this is humor. Yes. Yes. He just has that aura, you know? Exactly. I'd say Elon. No, I don't think Elon eats babies. There's something else going on with him. But, you know, like if babies are like the secret key to whatever, staying young forever, I would say Bill Gates. Yeah. Dizzy's gonna disappear soon. It's okay, sell it to TMZ. Calvin, thank you for your super chat. Dizzy, hello. Elon is just incredibly autistic. I mean, he's got other things going on. He's definitely got other things going on. But I wouldn't accuse him. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if it came out. I'd just be like, huh, that's awful. But he wouldn't be my first choice personally. But also, I probably shouldn't be the one leading investigations into these things. I am not qualified at all. But yeah, anyways, getting back to it, I'm sorry about this huge tangent about Clavicular being a baby girl. But yeah, one of the things I did yesterday while standing in a line when Mari_EN was talking clavicularisms, like, hey, I'm line maxing today. Oh my god, that cosplayer is absolutely Miku-mogging. I was just so happy to have someone who understood what the fuck I was saying, because none of it is proper English.
My fellow brothers, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, remember these timeless words, as we can.